Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Bitcoin report for Monday, October the 4th. We're starting with crypto total market cap here. So we're talking in the trillions, and we've got the 1 hour chart. And what I want to point out here is nothing too special. It's just that, the correction that we've had down to the downside here. Then we've got it as an ABC. We could also have it as wave 1 here and wave 2 here, then down for wave 1 and back for wave 2. But the point being is that if this market makes a high above that high in this area here for wave B, if the market pushes up through that, then it forces this pattern to be correct as an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here. So in that case, then if it makes that corrective, that means that that high is going to be taken out at that point. So that means it would be bullish at that point. So in far as total market here, then we haven't taken out that top there yet. So that's just for the total market cap there. And for Ethereum, I won't go into the count too much here, but what I want to put, just what I pointed out with total, would be the same here again as well. So this B wave top here, if this market pushes all the way up, if it pushes up through here and takes that top out, well then it forces this pattern here to be correct. That's what confirms it to be correct. So we'll have an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here, which we have at wave 2, and that's our primary sort of count, but other things could eventuate as well. But it doesn't matter what eventuates, because this is corrective here, it would make the whole pattern on the daily chart and the weekly chart corrective as well. So we could be in some big wave 4 triangle or some other sort of thing, but the point being is that we're not bearish. We're not down for 1, back for 2, down for 1, back for 2, and then down at that point once that top is taken out there. So that's what we're really waiting for. But the good news is that with our Bitcoin here, that ABC that I was talking about, this little spike up here has just taken the top out there. So I've got this here as up for 1 and back, ABC back for 2, and that's all good, and we can go up for wave 3. So we could put, while we're here, while we're a bit excited, we might as well do this as well. So from, not quite that way around, Pete, you got to go the other way. I don't normally do this much, but we'll take it this way. So what I'm saying here, that's 100, that's the length of wave 1 here, okay? So what we can do is we can put that over there to the lower end of wave 2 there, and look at take 100% and add 61.8%. So that would take wave 3 to 80,000 at that point. So in that case, we'd be looking for wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, because wave 3 and 4 normally happens around the old highs here, which is the medium level, in this case 65. So we'd be looking for something like that if that was the case. So to prove this, as I've always said to myself, is that if we get a classic trading levels pattern sitting on 50, well then that would be enough for me to say that we're going to be going to 65. And if we go to 65, that would create a double top, and double tops are never the end of the trend. So we would have a correction here, and then we would push up to the next level, which would be the 80,000. And then from the 80, the levels are, actually I should put, there's a few other levels in here. We can put 72 in here. You might not think 72 is important, but we'll see when we get there. I mean, it's where the FTSE topped out at 7,200, sorry, and the Australian ASX 200 topped out at 7,200. But if you have a look at stocks at around $72, then you'll start, or penny stocks at 72 cents. So then you'll start to see these numbers. It's like when I say 65, people, I say, it's an important number, but until you see it, like in crude oil at $65 or other indices at 6,500, the pennies won't drop for you. But anyway, so that will take us to 100, which, based on the credit default swap market being valued Bitcoin around the 130 makes sense, always made sense to me. Obviously, everybody talks in millions of dollars for one coin. I mean, shit, that would be nice, but it's okay to dream as well, as long as you don't get lost in fairy tales, and it could happen. So all good. Okay, so let's just go in and have a little look at this again. So the takeaway here is that if this is correct, we can start looking further to the upside. There'll be levels in here, minor levels in here that we need to work through, nothing in particular. And because we'll be in a third wave at that point, it will pretty much just plow through it until we get to the 65. But we can look at all of those levels in here at that time. But we want to get support on the 50, and we want 5 waves from the low to the old high here roughly, and then an ABC pattern here. So that's what we're looking for. Could anything else happen here? Could we be in some sort of larger triangle pattern or some other thing? Well, possibly. So I can't, until I get this 5 waves here and get support on here, I can't really confirm this strong move here. It's looking good. I mean, can we be in some other correction with wave 4 still needed to be completed over here? Well, yeah, sure we can. And you know what, once we take out this top here, which we have in Bitcoin, then it makes this corrective here. So that means that would also, if some other weird pattern, evolved, unfolded, it would mean that we're in wave 4 here. Because as a bearish count coming down here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here, and then an ABC here, then down for 1, back for 2, down for 1, back for 2, then that's it. I mean, we've already pulled back up to the 61.8%. So I mean, can it be an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave up here and then crash? Possibly, but I doubt it. I doubt it at that point. So I think that we're okay. We could get something, but even if we got something weird as a triangle 4th wave or something, I'd be okay with that, because it gives us, this whole Bitcoin thing is still new. You can see it in Google Trends. There's no FOMO in that situation as yet. Do you know what I mean? The whole thing is still beginning. So having a wave 4 here, and giving us more time to accumulate more positions in here, I mean, I just think it's a godsend. But if not, well, then we're on our way, and we've got to be happy with what we've accumulated at this point, and that's our lot. Anyway, let's just cruise in and just talk about those points that I mentioned. So I've changed the labeling but not the count. So last time we spoke, I had wave 1 sitting over here in blue, but I'm putting it over here, and I'm looking at green wave 1 and 2 here, and green wave 3 and 4 and 5 here for 1, and then an ABC back for wave 2, and then going up for wave 3, because we need the length. If this is going to be blue, orange wave 2 here, then we know that orange wave 3 is going to be up at the 80,000. That would be the correct extension up there, and then we would need, these guys here would need wave 4 and wave 5 up here to play that out. So that's where that would come in. I'll just do these while I'm here. That's not happening. It's happening. And we know that 65, the medium level, is the old high, so we'll put wave 3 and 4 across here. And so that's it. So this will be the powerful point of the structure, wave 3 here. But at the same time, we can also look for, once we've got this wave 2 in here, we'll have also wave 1 and 2 of a smaller degree in here, and that would make this the third wave of the third wave of the third wave. That would be the third of the third of the third at that point. That's the point that all Elliott wave people dream of. You know, that's the one. That's the one. You know that. This is where the public start to see, you know, what's going on. They'll see their cup and handle or whatever they see, and you know, and it'll become obvious to them at that point, you know. But for us, you know, we can, you know, accumulate. Well, you know, I bought another 10,000 in these lows here, but I mean, I've just got 4 Bitcoin, a bit more than 4 Bitcoin or whatever. So yeah, we want to be getting more here. Once we can confirm these 5 waves as well as 1 here, ABC for 2 here. Now on Ethereum, well, first of all, on total here, we can see that little move up here and back again. It hasn't taken the low out here, but on Ethereum it has done that. So I need to kind of scratch my head a little bit and try to figure that out a little bit. What do we do about that? You know, but on Bitcoin and this one here, we can clearly see that we've got a nice little impulse wave up there, and then a corrective wave, and then an impulse wave, and so on. And we're climbing a nice little third wave in the middle, and so on. We'll get into all of that. But yeah, on Ethereum, that low is lower than that one. So yeah, I'll have to check that on another platform as well, rather than this one. So from this wave 2 here, we've got 1 and 2. And we're looking up for 3, 4, and 5 for the blue wave 1, and then an ABC pattern here for wave 2. So this will happen across the 50,000. There's obviously profit taking coming in here now. We have moved above this top here, as you can see here. So I should just check that on because I don't trust this particular platform. So where's Bitcoin here? This one, that should do the trick. Oh yeah, it's done it there. Let's just see, it's done it there too. This is Bitstamp, so that's okay. So that's all good, just double checking. Yeah, so that, just that simple little act there removes the bearish move from this. Yes, like I mentioned, it still can be corrective in some bigger wave 4 corrective pattern, but it takes away this being, you know, that can't be down for wave 1 now and back for wave 2. Could we have some other sort of wave 1 to the downside? Possibly. I mean, but I don't know, I just can't see it, you know. But like I said, always, once we get this classic trading levels pattern on 50 here, and this is how it will play out with that wave 1 there and ABC and 1 and 2. So what we're really looking for here in the bigger picture, if I can just bring my old pattern back up, is the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, and that will be wave 1. So that will be wave 3, 4, and 5 for blue wave 1, an ABC pattern here for wave 2, then wave 1 and wave 2. So these are the points. Once we got that 5 waves in here, we just need to build in as much as we can into this area, because it's going to really take off at this point. So that's what we're looking for. Will we get this? I think that we will. I'm hopeful, and I know you can't buy hope, but yeah. So we can. We'll either get. There's 3 patterns that can occur. This one, a variation on this where it doesn't stop below the level. Possibly, we could get that. And then, of course, the overshoot pattern at the 50, where it doesn't stop at the level here and just goes straight up to, you know, 53,000 or 52,000 and then comes back down and then does that. They all end up at the same place though. So the only thing that I can see, the thing with this is that we could look at this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. That would be nice to get that kind of thing happening here, then the ABC pattern here for that. and then up for 1 and back for 2 and then up from. So I hope it's like that. But sometimes the markets can just sort of, give you wave 1 and 2, and then, all of this could be wave 1 in here as well, and then could keep building in terms of wave 1s, and just keep pushing straight up. So we'll need to be a little bit mindful of that. I don't think that's the case, but I need to say these things because they're all part of Elliott. On the 1 hour chart, so I was looking at 1 ABC for 2 here, then 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and 3 here, and 4 here and 5 here for that. So this needs to play out. It looks like that's a little A wave, B wave and C wave to come in here, and then up to here, then another ABC pattern at that point, and then wave 5 up there for wave 1. And then we can start looking at the ABC here for wave 2 here, and then we'll look at 5 waves up for wave 1, which will be another classic trading levels pattern in there really. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, then another little ABC pattern in here, and then up, and then we'll probably have another little one in there, but I won't go into all of that, and that will be going into the 3rd wave at that point with 1 and 2 at that stage. So that's what I'm thinking. And the safe trade is on the B wave here, and on this B wave here too. So in a way, we kind of like, if I draw a line through here, we want this side to complete to help us confirm that we've got 5 waves. And then we want to use the corrective pattern to, because this is where the next trend is going to be engineered from that corrective pattern, even though they're all linked. And that's where we'll be looking to get in. So hopefully it just plays out like nice and easy for us for a change. That would be nice. We'll see how that goes. The tick chart, we can have a look, but I'm just still working on a few things in here, so yeah, still working. I haven't labelled it correctly. I mean, I've still got my blue wave 2 here and 1 here, and I'm looking at this in here, looking at different things and figuring this out and so on. So don't worry, I won't worry about that just yet. Alrighty, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. Cheers.